Here to weigh in, Fox News national security analyst KT McFarland.
Hi.
KT, good to see you. You said all along, for quite some time now, that we should be willing to work together with someone who has previously been considered an enemy, because right now we got a bigger threat, and that's ISIS. Do you think Donald Trump will do this with Vladimir Putin?
Well, he said it. I mean, he said a number of times, including in his terrorism speech, his foreign policy statements, and the debates, that wouldn't it be good if we could work with the Russians to defeat radicalism?
And that just sends panic through so many members of the left.
Yeah, here's the Republican who's saying, let's find a way to work this out. And then you have the left saying, oh, no, we can't possibly do it.
Why do they say that? I mean, is it just they're so entrenched in these deep-rooted hostilities?
Yeah, and here's the problem with the Obama administration. They were gratuitously rude to the Russians. I mean, they were humiliating in public. Putin personally and Russia. You know, you're a third-rate country. You're on the wrong side of history. And yet, privately, they were giving him concessions hand over fist. Now, I think the interesting thing that I saw about the phone call and the press release that Putin put out and the Russians put out was he talked about having mutual respect. We would work in an era of mutual respect. Well, maybe the better way of dealing with Putin is give him respect in public. Don't humiliate him. And then in private, be tough. And then in private, be really tough.
So this potentially could be a very different era.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Not only with Russia, but in the Middle East. You know, what is our involvement in the Middle East? NATO, China, get tough with China. No, I think that we have the opportunity, like Reagan did, to have a real reversal in this sort of lead from behind, failing American foreign policy. I don't think anybody except Barack Obama thinks the last 8 years have been a good thing.
Yeah, I know. He did say that yesterday in his press conference, how you know, what a success he was effectively, because the last 8 years have been so great, to which I thought, maybe Donald Trump wouldn't have been elected if the last 8 years had been so great. Yeah. Okay, so as we gear up for this new era, what are the opportunities, really, for him out there?
You know, I think first understand that if you fix the economy, which Trump is his big priority, is to have a pro-growth, pro-jobs economy, then you have options and leverage you didn't have before. And the second thing is that when Trump has said, you know, the Iran nuclear deal, worst deal in American history, you know, we're a bad deal with the Chinese, bad deal all around. He is a really tough negotiator. To survive in the New York real estate market and to succeed like he has, he knows how to do a deal. He is the art of the deal. So if so many of our relationships with the Russians, the Europeans, the Chinese, and the Middle East, Iran are going to be on the basis of negotiations and bilateral deals, boy, I'd rather have that guy.
It's going to be an interesting 4 years for sure. KT McFarland, thank you so much. Good to have you here.